Hey folks, welcome back to AAA Farms. James here. So finally made it to the winter project. So what we got today, well, let me show you. So the winter project is going to be this, the motorcycle. It is a 2003 Road King. This is my dad's motorcycle. It's been sitting for several years. Needs a good cleaning, needs to be started up and ran. It is carbureted. And on the bright side, I worked on this before because I was going to get it from 2010-2012 timeline. However, things didn't pan out then. But the last day I worked on it, I actually ran it out of gas. So luckily there's no old gas in there, just rotting away. We're going to look at the tank. I've already kind of did a rundown on it. Brakes are fine. Our brakes seem fine. The clutch seems fine. The main thing I noticed is the throttle stuck, so I'm going to be digging into that. I'm going to pull the carburetor just to give it a good little cleaning real quick, or make sure there's no cobwebs or dust in it. And then I got a new battery already right there. So this is what our winter project's going to be. Game plan is to get it running today, get it and hopefully get it loaded on the trailer and brought back to the house. But we'll see. Let's get started. Alright. I got it cleaned out a little bit. Kind of got all the stuff cleared from it. Tires are still holding quite a bit of air, it feels like. These are by no means rideable tires, because I'm pretty sure it's the same tires from 2003. Next thing I'm going to do before I put the battery in, I'm going to go ahead and pull the carburetor off. I already got the air filter off, but I'm going to pull the carb. One thing, let me squeeze in here. The throttle is stuck, just a hair. Well, feels like it's freeing up some. So, but I'm going to pull this off. I want to check in the carb, and I want to see if I can't get that freed up more. Pretty sure it's out of gas, but if not, even if I think it is, I'm going to pull the gas line off, drain whatever's in there out, put all new gas, put the battery in, we'll see what happens. Alright folks, we got it running. Ultimately all I really did was put some gas in it, turn the key, and followed it for the crank for a little bit, got it to crank, and she's in the trailer. So, alright guys, just made it home. Motorcycle's still standing up. Let's go in there and check out on everything, make sure nothing bent or anything. I don't suspect anything did, but I'm just excited to look at it again. That's what I'm talking about, man. Super excited. And it came back over here to see. It's only when it's running. See that? So, trying to figure out where it just seems like it's leaking. Oh no, it's like it's coming from the hose. I think it's just coming from the seal. This looks like it's in 2 pieces. Oh, this back piece looks like it's in 2 pieces. There's a vacuum line there. So I bet there's a diaphragm in there that kind of acts like a fuel pump. And so when it's running, vacuum's pulling it. It's causing that diaphragm to breathe. And it's probably leaking then. So, which, that don't look like that's going to be too hard to change because it looks like it just unthreads right here. But probably have to take whatever gas out. So, I don't know. We'll see. But it is running. I'm gonna clean it up really well this weekend. There we go. Yeah, that Road King big old headlight. But I think it's gonna clean up really well. I'm excited. So I'm super excited. I know this is not farm related whatsoever, but I grew up in, I was born in '89, so I grew up in the '90s, and I've always loved motorcycles. Story behind this motorcycle, he bought this in 2003 from the Baton Rouge dealership, which I believe is still there, same spot and everything, big dealership. We were down there, we were living up here at the time, but we were down there because my sister was giving birth to her firstborn, my oldest niece, and while we were down there, we went to the Harley dealership. I think we went to Honda first and then the Harley dealership. He bought this bike, rode this bike from there to Ponchatoula on the back with him. And then after the baby was born and all that, we rode from Ponchatoula all the way to Toledo Bend, which is about 4.5 hours with a car, brand new motorcycle. And it took us, I think, over 5 hours because, you know, you couldn't just full throttle it, braking period and all that stuff. And then every time I got an opportunity to, I got on the back of the bike with him and just rode around. Really liked it. So I'm super excited about it. Got a lot of work to do. So we got the fuel leak, which I think that's going to be pretty easy. 2 spark plugs, new air filter. There's some hoses that dry rotted and pretty much fell apart as soon as I touched them. Going from the 2 pistons out to the air filter. That should be pretty cheap. Eventually, new tires. That's kind of the last thing on the list because we really only need the tires when we get ready to take it out. And then when I do the back tire, I'm going to go ahead and put a new belt on it just because I haven't looked at the belt, but it's the same belt since '03 probably, so 21 years ago. It probably just needs a new belt. And then oil change, oil filter. So we're getting there, but this is going to be my good winter project. Gonna leave it in the trailer for the night. Probably worry about getting it out Saturday night. This trailer, the way it's designed, it's going to keep all the weather off of it pretty well, and we'll get it out Saturday. Pretty sure there's no rain in the forecast this weekend, so, and we'll get started on it. Like I said, as far as getting this thing running at first, I looked at it, I took the carb off kind of cleaned that out, worked the throttle. The throttle is freed up now. Let's see, you can hear it. So throttle's working just fine. Honestly, I have no idea why. I just put gas in it and kind of worked it back and forth a little bit, so I'm guessing it must have cleaned something a little bit. Cranked it up. Yeah, it's funny, when we went to drive it out, it's in the garage. When we went to drive it out of the garage, my dad did it because he knows what he's doing. I've never drove a motorcycle, but we got like halfway out of the garage and it died, and it would not crank back up. Well, I mentioned to him that I was like, is there a reserve on it? Because I didn't put that much gas in it. And so he flipped the reserve, fired right on up, and we got it to the trailer. And then once we got in the trailer, we had to push it up the rest of the way. But yeah, I mean, to get it to crank, basically put gas in it, new battery, turn the key, a little bit of starter fluid to get it kind of started initially, and it fires up just fine now. So it's kind of hard to complain on that. So Just needs a really, really good bath, new air filter, new oil filter, new tires, and new drive belt. And we're done. Probably gonna do something with this headlight, trying to get it cleaned up some. It looks like it might be kind of frosted over a little bit, but I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, it's gonna make 2 videos. One talking about this this block down here. That thing worked great. It, the roads between here and there, their road that they live on is extremely curvy and extremely rough. And then the next portion is pretty much a straight highway, 6 miles an hour, pretty smooth and all that. And then my road that I live off of, not too bumpy, but extremely curvy, and it handled just fine. This thing is cinched down. It is not going anywhere. You need to transport your bike, 100% recommend it. If you got a Road King, the max tire size is what you need. I did not even adjust it. I just kind of left it there and kind of forgot about it. And I was like, well, when we went to push it on, I was like, if it ain't, we'll just push it off and adjust it. But so that's gonna be it on this one, guys. Sorry I couldn't get a little bit more video. It was kind of a rush. I could tell it's very dark outside. I got a lot later starting to want it, but I will be coming out with more videos. Next one's probably gonna be with cleaning all this. We're probably gonna go ahead and order an air filter for it tonight, so I can get all that put back together. And I'm gonna look for those hoses too, and that way we can kind of get everything put together and be happy. Talk to y'all next time. Thank y'all for joining me. I guess technically off the farm today. We're back on the farm, but a little bit different video. Stay tuned if you're interested in this, because there's gonna be a lot of work to it over the next couple of weeks. It is currently January 1st, so Happy New Year's, and we're gonna have this thing running for summertime in March, April. Yeah, should be probably about April, about the time we start taking this thing out. Have everything done over here. I'm gonna go through the course, and then once I have this thing running really well and all that, my dad's gonna come over here and he's gonna teach me how to ride it around here before I go to the course, and go to the course and learn everything they got to teach me. Do everything the right way. Definitely looking forward to riding it, but definitely don't want to die on it. So we're gonna do everything we possibly can to negate that, or lower our chances there, and yeah, pray. That's about it. So anyway, thank y'all for joining me on the farm today. Super excited. Talk to y'all next time.